Hello and welcome back to City Skylines 2 with me, Neat, and today is going to be a bit of a different video. Previously I've been streaming a series which I will continue, just trying to build a city completely from scratch. However, I wanted to do a bit of a test. I want to see whether we can build a carless city or a pedestrianised city, and I know we can't make a completely carless city, I'm not stupid, but I know in City Skylines 1 with some of the expansion packs later on, you could have pedestrianised zones, and for me, the whole idea of building a city is to try and build something that people would actually want to live in, and in a perfect world, something for the future, so something green, energy efficient, and that's going to be kind of the goal of this project, is to make it green, so trying to use wind power, and those sorts of kind of energy streams to make it, you know, more environmentally friendly, and as part of that, to try and limit the use of cars. So as much as possible, I want to use pedestrianised roads. Now I know the pedestrianised roads in City Skylines 2 are the fatter road, which is a bit annoying, but you know, we will see what we end up with and see whether it's actually possible to build a carless city. And I hope for the future what we'll have is almost like a park and ride on the outskirts, and people can then get trains and trams into the city. What will be interesting is the like the businesses and the industry. Do we need to have proper roads like the 4-lane and 6-lane roads, or can we get away with pedestrianised roads? So it's going to be an experiment, and we'll see how big we can make the city without causing absolute chaos by not allowing many cars into the centre. We will have to be somewhat flexible to keep it alive, but we'll see. So I've already had a little look at the maps, and I think we're going to go for the San Francisco map because it does have some wind and it also allows all modes of transport. So we'll start off in San Francisco, and I want to call this place Carnopia because there's hopefully going to be no cars. We're going to go for the European theme, but just because my other gameplay has the North American theme, and that is it. So let's jump right in and let it load up. Hopefully we will get to a fairly nice sized city. We shall see what barriers we come across. So where are we? So there's a lovely glitch that will not load in a future episode. So we've got a nice big 3x3 tiles, we've got some water, we've got energy lines, and the wind is blowing out towards the sea. So I'm thinking we're going to put industry up this way, and yeah. So to start off with, let's put ourselves a proper road going through the middle, and we'll start off keeping it nice and straight, and then maybe, you know, curving it out somewhat, or do we just keep it straight? I think for now we'll keep it absolutely straight, and then maybe it will curve out later on. So that's that. And then I'm thinking if we start off with like a housing area down here, I think that's going to look really, really, really good. And we're going to put a nice roundabout in for our housing area, and we'll put a nice roundabout in for our industry. I might put one in the middle-ish. Is that in the middle-ish? Yes. Right. So we are going to see what happens if we do a pedestrian road coming off. This is going to be interesting. But yeah, I ideally want to be able to unlock like the car parking and basically make this area, actually there's a train thing there as well, so that'll be really good. Make all of like this area a bit of like a come on in and, you know, yeah, come on in and just, yeah, get things sorted kind of. Park up your car and then travel into the city. And I want to make it somewhat interesting. I know it's not going to be too interesting. We're going to do the grid. All the way. She says we're going to do the grid, but we can't really go along very much, to be honest. If we go along to there, and then we'll follow it down. So we'll keep you going all the way down to the bottom. And then, ooh, I forgot that I had it in grid structure. Does that kind of... I mean, that's a very, very sharp turn, isn't it? We might turn that into like a roundabout. Ooh, what have I done there? Not straight, Sarah. Jesus. What am I like? I mean, that kind of works actually, because it's pedestrianised anyway, so there's not going to be loads of cars driving down here getting into trouble. And then we're just going to keep it fairly grid-like to start off with, basic and simple. And trying to think about making room for, you know, everything we may need in the future. And then we've gone for four, I think that's too wide, you know. I kind of want small houses, like 3x3s. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That should work. 3, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now obviously that one doesn't need to be there. That's stupid otherwise. And then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And again for you, you don't need to be there. And then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And I think that will look really good. And then we'll do similar on this side. So we'll marry everything up. I'll make that into a roundabout. Oh, 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 oh. And we'll bring it all the way across to, well, I'll bring it across to there and then marry up the roundabouts. So I'm preparing for the future here. Maybe, she says. And then we need to put some of these in. If we go for you and you and maybe the opposite for the other side. And I've done that slightly janky because you're not straight. Yes, silly Billy. Whether or not that's a good idea is another question entirely. Yeah. So just making it somewhat uniform. And hopefully that should be 3x3. 3x3, yeah. 3x3. 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 And then lastly, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It doesn't quite do 3x3, but actually we could do that as a slightly bigger area with some nice, you know, custom bits. And then how far along were you? 3, 6, 9, 12. 3, 6, 9, 12. So you were going down like that. Oh, I hate it when it does that. No. Thank you. And then 3, 6, 9, 12. All the way down. Nice. 3, 6, 9. Hang on. 3, 6, 9. 3, 6, 9, 12. We'll put something in the middle because otherwise it's going to look really odd. Nice. So, a somewhat uniform grid we've got going all the way across. And then we'll put around about there and around about there. And then the rest can just stay as it is. I think that looks quite nice. So we've got kind of opposites. People can get in there and there. People can get in there and there. And then on this side, we need to do the same thing. We will do there. Oh, 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 oh. There we go. There. And this one. So this is all going to be pedestrian. And we'll just start putting in housing. So we will put in housing down. This is the one thing that does annoy me in this game, is like the way it's trying to grid it. Not that it matters that like there's houses coming off there, but ideally I want them to come off like, you know, there and there. So we're going to have to do a bit of to-ing and fro-ing to get that looking nice. And the same with you. You're a bit, if I don't do it right, it does it weird. So we'll do those 3 rows as I guess it's also the terrain. I bet it's the hilliness of it. So there, we'll do that, and then we will just come in and let that be a whole area. Oh, of course there's no electricity. Hang on, let's pause it and put in some industry and some wind turbines. So where are we with the wind? So again, it's a bit windy up this way, looks like, and it's windy up on that hill there. What we'll do is we'll put some wind turbines up over here, and we will connect all these bad boys up. Can they go underground? They can. Does that work? No, it doesn't work because that's not the right thing. Let's just delete that. Ooh. Sorry, I got carried away, I did. You can connect to, you just need to connect to the road, don't you? Right, so that's that, and then we'll do the water and pooping system. So water-wise, water's coming in from this. There's no way around it. Water's coming back towards us, isn't it? So we'll put one here, because then we connect the road up to it as well. Actually, we will move it if we can come across. And then relocate you so you can just clip on, maybe? Will you do that for me? Come on, it's not that far off. Do I need to make the road come out even more? Right, you know what? Let's fix this bad boy. I probably just wasted money that I don't need to waste, but you know, it is what it is. Come on. Why won't you go all the way up? Right, we'll try it again. Maybe it's because it's a pedestrianised road. There you go. Now will you work? I'm confused. If you just sit there, that should work, right? What are you complaining about, you Wally? Right, and then we've got the poop picker-upper, sewage outlet, and for now, it's going to have to go over here, but we are going to move it because it's going the wrong way. I am aware it's going the wrong way, but that's what we have to deal with. Right, now we can press play because all the major stuff are sorted, and then we can focus on industry. So again, we want to use the pedestrianised road and see what happens. If not, we'll change it to a normal road. And it's quite hilly down there, so we'll start off straight. Maybe if we go like at an angle towards, you know, one. Something like that. And then we can always come out. And then come out. Ooh, 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 ooh. Come on, level it up. There we go. Like, does that look okay? Does that kind of marry up? No, not really, but it's something.
You're listening to Second Moon, the station with cultural sophistication. Doesn't feel extending your ears to.
I feel like that looks weird. Does that look weird? Does that look okay? It'll do, it'll do. Because what we can do is marry this one up.
My dear.
Why won't you go straight? There we go.
I make no
Oh, that's annoying. We can have it go from there. Because I like symmetry.
prevaricate against
Right.
the title. I am a humble devotee of the form, and all my expertise derives merely from a life devoted to the...
And it's just whether we curve it instead of keeping the right angle train. I think we could do some nice...
but I digest. To continue. Professor Hornbuck, as a traveller from my homeland, I long to hear a tune that speaks to the anguish of my road.
How do we get it so it's 140?
There now, my good fellow. Chin up, as it
Oh,
were. No need to wallow in
it's going through the mountain.
Leave that to those poet chaps. Here's a tune just for you, and I do hope it provides...
I don't know. I think it actually looks better angled, actually. So for now, we will do that as industry, and then we will... I'm just trying to think of how we make up some space. Although we might not need a lot of space for industry. All the wind's going that way. We could actually build it up more this way. Yeah, let's do that. Let's make it straight. Do. There we go. So for now, this is our industry, this is our pedestrianised area, and we've got some really nice zoning going on. We need something for shops, so I'm thinking maybe this front bit could be shops here on this section. And then we'll make this into more of that nice housing. We just need to figure out where our cut-off is. Or actually, if we buffer it with some shops for industry, I'm trying to think what we'd normally do. Kind of want to cut it off so it doesn't go all the way across. Well, for now, we'll leave it like this, so we've got plenty of space, haven't we? Right, let's do some more zoning. So what we want to do is zone in... You've gone funny. There we go. We'll zone in some medium density. I always get that wrong. And the reason I'm doing the outer ones is just to stop it being weird about it, because it is weird about it sometimes. So that's that one. And you can see more areas of zoning issues going into play. We've got all of that, which can all be done like that. That's fine. This one, again, you're doing it weird, and you're doing it weird, and you're doing it weird, and you're doing it weird. Thank you. Strange world we live in. And then we've got some need for commercial, and I kind of want the commercial to sit like off of here, because this is the middle bit. So we'll do that one, and we'll do all of that. Oh, maybe not there. And we'll do all of that. And we'll do all of that. And we will do, you know, maybe that and that. So we've got all the commercial coming in. We'll see what that looks like. And then we've got industry. So industry, we'll just do that whole area. And then our need, ooh. Is that my road? We will fix that, don't you worry. We like our straight lines here, thank you. There you go, look at that, easy as pie. And then we need to find more ways for people to be able to walk through, really, don't we? So essentially that is going to be a big walkway. Through the middle. And that can equally interesting. Sorry, I like uniform. I'm strange like that. If it doesn't look uniform, I get stressed. Right, so we've got loads of ways for people to get across to walk across to work for now. And we've got a point, and for now we will do the advanced road services so that we can tell people where they can and can't park, which just gives us some permissions, and we can put in some zebra crossings and things like that. And we've got a road maintenance depot. Where do we want to put that? That is a question and a half. I think we have it like somewhere back here maybe, so it can all just come across really easily. Before that, we've got the hospital and the cemetery to put down, and I'm thinking we put the hospital somewhere like here or off the central avenue, so it's easy for people to get to. So we could pop it, you know, this way. Hang on, it needs to have an extension, doesn't it? Let's just have a little look. You do need to have an extension building, don't you? Well, you don't need to, but you may do. So we will actually move you, madam. Sorry, terribly sorry. And why not? We'll put you there, so you're overlooking the sea. And just check that's all filled in nicely. That hasn't. Let's change the zoning. So again, you guys can go like that. So we have got an ability to extend and stuff like that if we need to, and it can go out the back. Good. And we can also put some paths and stuff through to make it even easier. Although, you know, it's not impossible. Everybody can walk everywhere, and at some point we will have buses. And then we've also got the cemetery, which I'm thinking we pop somewhere over here where it's not too uneven. Let's just have a little look at the terrain. Where do we go for terrain? This one? Ground pollution? No. We will just have a little... Well, let's plop it, and then... Oh, it doesn't look quite even, so I think what I'll do is just level out the ground. Yeah, look at that. It doesn't look very even, does it? So we're just making a nice even square to shove our cemetery. And... Oh, it always does that. And I'm just thinking we can make it into like a whole thing that people can then walk around, and we'll just level out that ground. Whee! You're all level now. Look at that. All level. We will just... And then if we shrink... Oh, wrong one, that's why. There we go. Easy. So now we've got a lovely thing over here, and I did spot just outside of our area, we've got castle ruins. Now, bit cheeky of me, but I don't really want them by, you know, I'm thinking, where would a castle be? It would either be at the top of a hill, which, you know, absolutely we could do. Have it, you know, somewhere over there. Can I, like, rotate it? Yeah, I can. Trying to think what way round it would go, like that. So people... Oh, it's done a bit of a ditch. That's a bit annoying. Why is that? Why have you done a ditch? Or it could be down on the waterfront, but I'm thinking up on the hill, but I don't want it to make a weird little... Look! Ah! How do I get away with that then? It doesn't... Fine. Our dreams of plonking it on a hill. What we could do is maybe make that area a bit flatter and see what happens now. So I want to do a little walkway up the hill. Up the hill. It's talking like I'm from another part of England, I am. Right. And then we'll level. Yeah. I could make it look a bit better, couldn't I? Right, let's just... Right, there we go. That looks better, doesn't it? So now we've got a nice little place for people to go to. I wish I could make it into a park. You know, that was the good thing with like some of the expansion packs in City Skylines 1, is it was kind of like, oh, I can do something really, you know, unique. What's happening here? It's too hilly. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. But that worked, did it? You liar. No, I don't need that to happen. I just want to do a funky little walk. I suppose it is hilly, isn't it? I don't want it to be that hilly. Right, what we might do is do it another way. Because right now, they don't like the hill. If I could see terrain, there we go. I've got the wrong thing on, that's why. That could help. So, I kind of want it to be like people can go from like here, across the road. Is that how it's going to have to go? No, I don't want it. I don't want that. It's alright, we will build more houses in a mojo, don't worry. Our experiment will continue. I just hope there's a way of doing it without, you know, having to go into the hill like that. I thought there would be a way. Ooh. There you go. So now people can wander their way up to that hill. I just wish I could almost like, you know, you can't actually go across. Do you know what I mean? I think that's just so annoying. But we can use trees to cover all that up. And then we'll enable people coming from, you know, over this way maybe to be able to do the same. If they wanted to. Let's put in some more houses whilst I'm doing all of that. So we've got loads of demand for green, so we will just do as we have been all on the front here. Again, we've got issues with zoning, which is just silly. All the issues with zoning.
Pending updates to our power grid, the city will be experiencing rolling blackouts.
And I think it's more to do with, sorry, the hilliness. Just burping down the camera. I have eaten too much food is the answer. I've had pizza. Ta-da!
Consider installing a low flush toilet, cut back on watering the lawn, and shower with a friend whenever possible. This has been a local public service announcement. Has anyone seen my keys? My keys. What? One here? Oh! Sorry about that. It's I just lost my keys. I'm sure they'll turn up. They're for the brown sedan parked outside the radio station.
Okay, there we go. That's
Please don't steal my
all okay. Right. Lots of room for things to be built. I didn't want them to have the big gardens. I wanted them to be like this. Why are you doing a weird one? I wanted the small ones. I probably did it too small, huh? I mean, it doesn't look too bad, but it's not. This is what I wanted. 3 and 3. I might have to come in and say, sorry, you're too big. And see what grows in. Murder! Murder! I've murdered him!
Mathematics, perhaps, yes, in the short term.
No.
Like the sound of that.
Tiny Tim.
Discussing is the study of a
If you're
statistical
going to be a brat
method
about it, we're
and
going to
its
do some
effect
dividing and conquering, and I don't want to have to do dividing and conquering.
of priority.
Well, you've made me do it now. You weren't listening. You didn't get the memo. And now I'm angry. Right, there you go. And gonna have to do the same over here, ain't I? Just ridiculous. Well, let the ones that look onto the motorway have the bigger garden, you know? It's only fair. That's my bad, doing too small a thing. Right, we're going to continue with making our nice little thingamabob. I would like to have it, you know, almost follow along the coastline. And then have it, you know, so for example, you can go, wee. If you wanted to, we could have it, you know, that you can come down. Do. Do. I like the music. It's good. There we go, all good in the hood, and then that is everybody kind of connected on a path to A, they can go to work, they can walk their way along the scenic route, or they can go up to the castle, which I think is going to be kind of cool. We'll put some lovely trees down in this area and just make it all very, you know, scenic and pretty. And then we'll put some chestnut trees down, all looking fam-dabby dozy. And then finally it's some older trees. Right, let's speed things up a little bit and see where we're at. You know, I don't want it to take too long. We need to see how people are moving in. So far we only have 35 residents. Woohoo! 35, baby. But, you know, and everybody's parking here, all 35 residents. Where do you live? You're the Royal or the Rojas family, and you live over here that hasn't been built yet. Fair enough. If you haven't been built yet, oh, they're parking in theirs. So yeah, as from what I understand, they can, like, if you live there, you can drive your car down. But, you know, other than that, you shouldn't really be driving in these areas. So this is going to be really interesting to see what we come up with. We also have the ability to build a landfill site, but I would like not to do that at the moment. I would like to wait until we can get a recycling centre, because we're trying to stay green and encourage recycling. Oh, I think this is all going to grow in really nicely, all those trees. Really make it look very good. And then, you know, this is what a place to bury your loved ones, eh? You know, looking out over the sea, you've got a nice bridge and boats in the distance, the old castle on the top of the hill. Oh, wind turbines. It's looking good. It is looking good. We'll ignore the massive bend in the hill up there. You should live in England. It's all on hills. Right, we can now delete some of these. Oh, quit your moaning, you weirdos. Delete those. We can delete that one. Lovely. We can delete this one. That's my only qualm with it, is you put all that in to fix... Does it fix the grid straight away? I'm going to delete them and see if the grid stays good or not. It does stay good. Nice. I wish I'd known that sooner. Because now we're going to have a couple of weird sparse bits, but it's all good. It is all good in the hood. Means they can expand a little bit if they want to, and now things are growing in a little bit better. See, this is what I wanted. This is what I wanted. Look at that. Beautiful. Oh, shit. She says, being absolutely insane. Love the music. Very playful. In fact, I keep forgetting to turn off the ad a bit. And we're going to change to a smooth beat. Oh. Right, let's see what grows in, if there's anything good. It's interesting where they build in some places and not others. I guess it's the unsteadiness of the train. I'm probably making them build in a train they don't want to build on. Look at that. What are they doing? Mad lads. But that could be the train. We'll see. We'll see how that grows in. Oh, this is weird music. Okay, maybe I like the vibe more. I was hoping for some classical. And then we've got any more demand for anything else? What's your problem? No pedestrian access? Having a laugh, mate. If we get one big house on the end, I'm not complaining too much. Oh, what's going on here? No, I didn't say that, did I? I didn't say that. Oh. Literally, I give you a freaking arm. Honestly, what is going on here? Stop it. As you can tell, I'm still learning. Oh my god. Look at that, twats. Madness. This is what I mean about the zoning. I wish you could kind of like pick it so that it only zones one way. Because like that looks cute. That looks really cute. You know. They're all next to each other. This is what I wanted. Thank you. Right, we've got more demand for commercial. And I'm thinking we will put some commercial behind the hospital. We just need to bear in mind space for his... Well, actually, it can just move in, can't it? I can delete some buildings to make room for it. So that's not a problem. And then we will also make a commercial bit here. Ooh. And down here. Don't know what's going on there. It must be the hills. The hills are alive to something nice. And then we've got more demand for our low density. So let's pop some low density in, and you should all hopefully grow in okay. Maybe. Ah, bollocks. Every time she does it like the wrong colour. Right, let's see what grows in. This is starting to look better. There we are. You're an idiot. Look at you. Wow. We're just going to have to be really strict with our rules, aren't we? Because people aren't playing ball. And I don't expect very much. I just expect houses to be built in uniform to... Oh, bollocks, the other ones. Right, let's put that road back in. Ta-da! Honestly, I'll learn one day. Probably never. Yeah. See, I just need to stop messing about with it, really, don't I? I'll stop, I promise. I'll stop messing about with it now. I just wanted to know why they weren't, you know, the big garden ones mean more rent, so I'm confused to why they care that much about it. And then we got to think about more expansion because things are growing in quick here. Oh, this is looking good. I mean, I would want to live here. Look at that. So who have we got? We have the Cedar Street, 602 Cedar Street, and we've got a family living there. We've got Claire Johnson. We've got 4 people living there of the Johnson family. We're going to follow you, Claire. She is an uneducated, employed person at Chipperstein, which is... Where's Chipperstein? I don't know, it didn't take me to it. Where's Chipperstein? Come on, Claire, where is it? Oh, I've bugged it out now. I was following Claire. Rude. Oh, maybe they've moved out. Sorry, Johnsons. Fine. We will pick Giselle Ramsey of the Ramsey family. We are going to follow you. And you are uneducated and retired. Well, there we go. You lucky bugger. Oh, we've got a dog in this one. We've got Thomas Whitaker, who is another senior person at Drymond's, which is over here in the industry. So this is what's interesting. So even though these are pedestrian roads, that's unthingy-mabob. So even though it's a pedestrian road, we've got lorries driving down it and people on motorcycle. Is that a motorcycle? Yes, it is, I think. So we still have lorries around, you know, doing their stuff, but we have lots of people walking around. We got 436. Oh my God, you just ran over that person. Are you okay, Jeffrey? Jeffrey, are you okay? He's wealthy and he's happy and he's going home. Good for you. Good for you. Go on, Jeffrey, go home. Go on, Jeffrey. We've got somebody walking his beautiful dog, or her beautiful dog, and you're going to work with your dog. Love it. I wish I could take my dog to work. But so far, you know, even though the pedestrian roads, I don't know if it's a glitch, but, you know, vehicles are driving down it. So for now, you know, it just means people can't park. So look at this. I can't wait to get the parking stuff in place. Right, next lot. Again, we'll make all of you low density housing. You've got room to build, you mad labs. Honestly, what is going on? This is just ridiculous. I'm going to have to stop caring. Look, even these houses are doing it. What is going on here? No, I did not say that, did I? Bloody bastards. Why? Why? It just... These guys have got it, and I don't understand why they're not building more houses there. We've got loads of demand for it. Just build them. Build them. They're like, I'm sorry, we want bigger houses. Well, tough titties, you're not allowed them. You're moving in where I tell you you're moving into, alright? Am I not the city manager? I think so. Oh, bollocks. Here we go. Right, we have upgraded to a small village, and we've got loads of need for commercial again. Now, we need to do something about marrying up the gap over here. I am aware that we have just upgraded as well, so we will sort that out in a jiffy. We're going to continue the trend all the way down so we can put some more commercial in, and we'll just get that zoned in straight away. I'm not too fussed how it zones in because apparently it doesn't matter. And again, we will zone in to about there, and that should be okay. And then we are going to marry this road all the way up to where we were. and just let that. Lovely. That should work quite nicely. And then we've got our path there. Is that level? It looks level. And then we've got loads of room again for any bigger bits. And then we've got this one here. Now, I'm very aware that we don't particularly want houses lined straight up to industry. I'm also aware that we've got more need for industry. Let's just slow it all down. What we will do is we will put in like a divider, because, you know, during work you probably want to go shopping or, you know, something of the like. We will put in a, you know, effectively a shopping divider there. And I've probably ruined this zoning now, haven't I? That's not straight, darling. It's just wonky. It's all not straight. Bloody hell, what am I like? Right, let's have a look. I think that should make it look pretty good. And I'm aware that the middle one is not as long as the outer ones, but it's all good. It's all grand. So you are again going to be shopperoonies. A whole shopping little centre. And then the rest can be more houses. And we're going to have to be careful with how it zones, because apparently they don't get the memo. I think that's still going to go funny, isn't it? No, it should be better, that one, actually. And we'll see what happens. So, that is all of that. You've got no problems to why you're not zoning in. Why? Why? Oh, have I just zoned it in? Bloody yeah, I have. There we go, that's why. Twat. Honestly, I wouldn't have eyes in another life, I think. And hopefully this will all fix itself in terms of zoning. I don't see what the problem is, so we'll just see what happens. Right, we now have more tiles, which means we can sort out the poop situation. So let's have a little look. Wind is all fine and dandy. It is the water that I need, that's what I need. The poop comes in and out. Is there a place? It all comes in, doesn't it? It all flows towards the island by the looks of it. Yes, it does. So, what we'll do is we'll make a poop river and we'll purchase these tiles. We'll purchase this one because then we can move the poop. And then we need to expand our industry, so I'm thinking of purchasing like those two. And we'll keep it there for now. Maybe that one. Okie dokie. So let's move our poop machine, our poop sewage removal thingamabob. And you can start putting your poop down there. And we will fix it more in the future, but I'm just thinking I don't want to contaminate our people. So that is that sorted. Energy, are we using too much electricity? We are a-okay at the momento. People are complaining of high rent. I haven't touched rent, so you can shut up. I can't even, well, I can't mess with it, but you're at 10%. I mean, what are you complaining about? Why? You've got a sea view. Doesn't sound like my problem, really. Schools and industry. So, can we do the specialised industry yet? No. I love how there's not actually that many cars parked. I mean, there's a few, but like, not a ton. It's decent, nice. Right, so we want to build our industry further away from the public. So if we keep building it out this way, I think that's going to work nicely. So much the same. I think we'll just keep the same format for now. And I know it's not level, but it's what works with the right. And then we'll put in our industry. Boom. Right. And again, we'll continue to put it on fast speed because we now have schools. So that was reason why I kind of put this area over here. I'm thinking all the houses, and then we can do like a walkway over our lovely water thingy, which that isn't bad for you, is it? It hasn't got any, no, low pollution. Either that or we do it over here, like in the middle of it all. Put two schools next to each other. That might work quite nicely. And then we'll do a footpath. Yeah, I like that idea. So we're going to put an elementary school in somewhere around here. And actually maybe do the two schools together and make it a whole thing. So down the middle of the two-ish. We'll come back enough, I think. And then we just need to level out the terrain somewhat, don't we? Because to me that looks like it's not level. So let's look at terrain. We'll use this bit as our leveler. Sorry. We'll fix it in a bit. It'll be all grand. Yeah. Right, so that's kind of somewhat okay. And then we'll finish that road down as well. And then schoolios. So we'll put one. I'd like to put a pedestrian road down the middle if it will fit. And then we've got a playground, which, you know, hopefully, just because I like the way that looks, that's going to fit nicely. Love it. And then high school. Brilliant. Actually, I think I'm going to have to bring him out one, aren't I? To fit the athletic stadium. So I think that's going to fit a bit janky otherwise. Yeah. Is it just one I need to fit him out by? No, more than one. Couple. That much. We'll find out. No! One back. We'll get there in the end, guys. It's all good. There we are. Now, that should fit nicely. Cool. So, we are aware that that's a little bit of a hill, but it's not... I don't think it's too bad. It could be better, couldn't it? Right, let's just... I don't think I've made that any better, to be honest. I mean, People can walk down that slight hill to get to school, I'm sure. And then we'll make this into a bit of like a little pretty park. This bit here. Do 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 do. Oh. Still looks just weird. Thought it might be nice to make it look pretty, but never mind. Maybe if we do that. Why won't you? There we go. Jesus, we'll get there in the end, eh? There we go. And then some nice trees. Okay, my dog doing something weird. And then I know we've got different trees, but that looks all right. It does the job, it looks functional, and it looks okay. So we now have 2 schools, all connected, all looking grand. And my hope is to make it a bit of a, you know, a district of some kind. I'm really sorry if you can hear my dog doing whatever he's doing. Lord only knows. Thinks he's a fancy fish. I'm really intrigued to see what happens with the traffic as this grows anyway. I hope it grows into something nice. And then what we'll do is similar on the other side with the path. Make it look pretty. If I can. Right, we'll start down this end. We're having trouble. There we go. Nice. And then again, we had I'm pretty sure it was those 2. Might be completely wrong. And then we had I think I might be completely wrong with the trees I had. It'll do. Yeah, I think it was those ones. Let's just switch those trees. Right. Look at our school. I think that looks alright. And then my plan is to make this a bit like in my stream. I made it a bit of a sports park, so I put some, you know, like some of the sportsy stuff later on once we got points. And now we've got loads of demand. Still not getting all my housing. I wonder if I unzone or rezone, maybe. You know. Oh, no, I didn't mean to. You're fine, honestly. I give up. I give up. Why would you do that? Like, what is the purpose? Honestly. Right. We're going to fix this once and for all. So nothing down there. I don't want you to do that though. The things we do just for aesthetics, eh? I just hoped if I unzoned and rezoned it might actually come in. I see what's happening here. It's the lines. Interesting. I wonder. I only just clocked that. Will that do it? So if I put a path, will that work? Will that make it work? I don't think it's going to, you know. I think I'm going to have to just let the big giant ones fit in. If it's not going to work, we are going to have to just... If this is how it's going to play... Sorry. If it's going to make it so that we can actually fit everything in, then that's what we're going to have to do. And you're going to look very out of place. We might just have to do long ones. Yeah, we're going to do long ones. All right. It's going too quick. I'll come back. I'll come back. I can't be asked. You're an issue. You are annoying me. Okay. We'll come back. I can't be asked to fix that today. That's not my problem. Right, where are we at? So we have 2 points, which means we can finally put in a parking. Woohoo! So what we'll do, and we've also got fire brigade and all of that stuff. Let's slow things down. Oh, we've also reached large village. Woohoo! So we need to put in some parking, and we also need to allow people to walk across to our thingamabob. So you are massive, but I think you're going to be really, really, really important. I don't know whether to do it straight on that road though. Is that going to cause problems? Maybe if we actually set it back on a proper road. A proper road. And have it as a one-way. And then we'll turn them around. So now people have to go whichever way it is, this way, to park. And we will make it, yeah, that price is absolutely fine and dandy. That's not a problem. And we will tell people they can no longer park on the streets. So let's say, sorry laddie, where do you think you're getting off parking there, you cheeky sods? People park anywhere. Just like real life, innit, really? Now the other ones I don't have to worry about because they are parking free. Look how far they'll park. Jesus Christ. Lazy gits. There we go. So now people don't have a bloody choice. Now what have we got? We've got people complaining of a lack of labour. A lack of labour. Is that because there's nobody wanting to live there, or? Do 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 do. Sorry, I like singing. See, this one grew in absolutely not a problem. What I might do is actually change that all to the fat houses if they're going to look weird. We'll put in the tall ones. Because again, we've got an issue here with the zoning. Actually, it's not so much an issue, it's more the hill, isn't it? Does that fix it? No? Don't think anyone's going to fit in there. What we can do is put trees in and make that just a nice pretty area. It's a park in its own right. See? It's a pretty park. That'll work. Maybe. So, we've got all that done. We need to put in our police station and our firehouse. So, what I want to do is make it easy access. So I'm thinking again, if we do like an off-road, and again, we'll do the same thing. We'll do, it'll come out a little bit. She says, give me a 90. Nope. Apparently it doesn't like to do 90s. Come on, where are you? Right. And I think neither of them need extensions. Oh, I've gone and ruined it again with the ground. I keep forgetting to level it out, so I do apologise, everybody. I promise I will make it pretty. We will just move you a second and move you a second. You fitted in perfectly, laddie. You did. We're going to have to redo the road. Sorry, sorry. I'm sorry. Have I made you too small now? No. Yes, I have. God dang it. We'll get there. Now you're fine. Now you're all grand. See, I didn't make you too small, bloody hell. Sarah. And then I just need to... How do you change that? I don't know how you do that. Okay, there we go. I'm sure there's a proper way, but there we go. That did enough. So we need walkways so people can cut across, and we'll make that again prettier. So let's have a little look. How are we going to do some nice walkways across? So we kind of want an ability for people to ooh, that's going to be tricky, isn't it? Does that look weird? I don't think that looks too bad. So now people can walk up and over to that side. And actually what we could do is, if people want to... So people can walk up and over to that side, and if they want to, they can walk across to there. And then we can do similarly Wow, people just need to cut across, don't they, actually? We don't need to do, because there's no real traffic. And then if people want to go from the car park, we can again do... we just need you to link. There we go. I know there's a bit of a glitch there, but it's fine. Just ignore it. Now people can go, wee! And then they can cut down there if they want to, or do we do, you know... So I'm just making a few more easy pedestrianised areas. It probably doesn't look very pretty. I'm probably going to go back and change some of this because, like, why are you glitching like that? You still connected? You still connected, buddy? See, and now you're all complaining about poop. Why? And electricity. Yeah, there we go. Fixed it. So purely people can now travel, you know, from one area to the next without having to, like, you know, do some crazy windy stuff. This one I might change, but it looks okay for now. And then if people want to go across to the industry, they just walk all the way down the streets. And eventually we'll have transport, so, you know, they can't complain too much. We now have a police station, and again we'll just do a quick overpass there so people can get from one side to the other. This is an interesting experiment. I am intrigued to see what we come up with. Oh, that'd be so cool. Oh, it didn't. Is it because it was already a meter? Do 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 do. Is that on top? Yeah, it is on top. And I know this bit's gone weird. Okay, we're gonna fix it. We'll fix it, I promise. Stop it! I don't want it to go funny. Oh, I'm having a nightmare today, honestly, I swear. Absolutely. Now you're not working. You have to be weird, don't you? You have to be weird. Fine. We'll be weird. See if I care. Right, there we go. So, everybody can get from everywhere to everything whenever they want to. We need a lot of demand for commercial. We have a lot of demand for the medium density houses. So our next plan for the next episode is to put in some medium density. I'm thinking of putting some over this area here. And then we'll start expanding around the school and building all of that up. Yeah, so far, you know, we don't have actually many issues. In fact, we only have 56 people parking at the moment. Yeah, 56 people parking. Everyone is choosing to not really do very much. And actually, let's see, can we... Oh, you cheeky gits. Look at them. Any opportunity to get away with not parking, they will. Honestly. Madness. I want to see if we can follow a patrol car. There we go. Here's one. Let's follow you for a bit and see where he goes. So our next plan is to expand into more medium density housing. We're gonna look at a recycling centre and using our points and starting to really thicken up the city, because we've only got 1,000 residents at the moment, so obviously there's not going to be traffic issues. But you know, the fact that we can use these pedestrian roads even in industry, I think it's quite interesting. Yeah, I'm intrigued to see how far we can take the no traffic rule, or whether it completely crashes the game. We'll find out, I'm sure. Oh, look at this. I want to see if it goes past the castle. He's not going to. He's going to Grinder Rock. Alright, have fun at Grinder Rock, my darling. But look at this. It's looking great. Ah, you're going that way. The castle's the other way. Cheeky bugger. Right, so that's where we'll call it for today's episode. But we've, you know, got really, really far into the game, I think. You know, oh, absolutely jutted me from afar. I think we've achieved a lot in one episode. So yeah, we'll see you back soon. We're going to build out, like I said, medium density and start to look at using our points and hopefully work towards some public transport. So let me know in the comments if there's anything in particular you want to see or to see us try and do. Yeah, and I'll see you guys soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.